time to find out how interesting is. Here we go. Adam Barker, Mike Doling on the front row. Mike Marshall and Matt Bear have the second row. Mark Dantuma, Ronnie Wimberly on the third row. Ronnie, I do not believe, will be starting race number 1. He was going to get something to eat, but we should see him out on track here in a bit. Likely in race number 2. Everybody getting lined up on this 2.25 mile track. Smaller field, meaning points will have a huge impact, but also the full field will invert for race number 2. Just waiting for the rest of the field to get on the grid. All right, everybody but Ronnie has taken to the grid. Adam Barker and Mike Doling. Mike Marshall also back in the field today. Great to see him back, although did hear him say he kind of regrets being in the Mercedes, as does Mike Doling today. Adam Barker leading him through the final 2 turns as they head toward the start-finish line. Adam fires. Green is in the air. They are down and away in Mid-Ohio. The second to last race of the season. Adam Barker and Mike Doling. Here comes a move by Matt Bear up into second. Matt was talking a lot of smack in the pre-race as, Doling has disappeared completely. Doling has lost connection. Mike Doling has finally reappeared right next to Matt Bear. Adam Barker still out front. Matt Bear, Mike Doling, nose to tail behind. Matt trying to run down Adam Barker. Adam was the fastest in practice by quite a bit, to the point he was giving tips to the other drivers. Matt Bear in second, trying to run him down. The field's starting to spread out here early. And there is Mark Dantuma in his Michigan Lambo. Meanwhile, Adam Barker has opened up a 2-second lead. Matt Bear trying to run him down. Mike Doling about to come under attack from Mike Marshall now. Mark Dantuma out back, and Ronnie Wimberly may be joining this race or the second race, waiting to see for sure, as Adam Barker has a little slip there. Matt Bear now holding just below 2 seconds behind Adam Barker. Adam Barker just setting the fastest lap of the race. 0.3 of a second faster than Matt. And Matt did lose about 0.4 on that. Mike Dolling has reeled him back in. Mike Marshall also within striking distance. Dan Tuma not far behind. Adam Barker down the hill. This track boasts a lot of off-camber, uphill, downhill, and some blind turns that make it very, very tricky, especially if an issue happens ahead and you come over the top of the hill like Adam just did. You could be in trouble. Matt Bear in second, still trying to find some more speed. Now falling 3 seconds behind. As Adam Barker does exactly what he needs to do to hold on to his points lead. With Yuho not here today, Adam will automatically reclaim the points lead. Giancarlo closed up some of that points gap last week as well. It'll be interesting to see what the points look like going into the final week. Matt Bear currently runs in second, Dolling in third. Dolling has gotten right to Matt Bear's back bumper. Matt Bear has been unable to close that gap back down, and Dan Tuma has had a problem. Just overshoots a little late on the brakes and goes around. Off into the grass, manages to save the car and keep going. And it looks like Ronnie Wimberly is going to pull out on track for this race. Looks like he has finished what he needed to do for pre-race and will be joining the track. Meanwhile, Adam Barker continuing to extend his lead. 4.5 seconds now over Matt Bear. Mike Dolling still staying in Matt's tire tracks. Mike Marshall not far behind. Mark Dantuma a bit further back after the earlier incident. But the battle really is on right now in second place. And must say it is great to see Mike Marshall back out here. Looking to see the last time we saw Mike out here. I don't know that we have seen Mike Marshall all season. Here's another interesting note. As as of today, Adam Barker will be the only driver to have made it to every single race this season. Adam Barker working on his second title here today. Could be going into next week. He may have a big enough lead over Yuho to clinch the championship. Matt Bear, meanwhile, in second place, came into today fourth in points. Not far behind Yuho and Giancarlo, having closed up some. Oh, look at this. Doling on the attack. Mike Doling was mentioning both Mike Doling and Mike Marshall were regretting the choice of the Mercedes this morning, but he seems to have found something for that in qualifying because he is able to hang right there with Matt Bear. Here we go. Mike Doling attacks for second place. Down into the turn, he takes it. Moving Matt Bear back into third. Now can Mike Doling make up ground on Adam Barker? It is a 7-second gap up to the leader. Mike Doling holding on to second. And let's take a lap around Mid-Ohio in Matt Bear's car. As he goes off into the first turn, uphill, into the right-hander, downhill, out of the right-hander. A little bubble out of the back end and back on the throttle. High-speed right hand. And then down into the horseshoe. He's sending it deep there, manages to make it stick, back into a quick uphill left-hander, and then downhill out of the turn into the right-hander. Back up the hill into another right-hander. The elevation change is always unsettling the car, as you see Matt really having to fight it. Back uphill into the left-hand turn. Then the right-hander through the little kink to the left. And back to the start-finish line. 2.25 miles. As he comes down, Matt did that lap in a minute 22.78. And to show Adam Barker's dominance so far today, last time by, he was 121.93, almost a full second faster than Mike Doling and Matt Bear. Doling in second now will be very, very tough to pass, as we've noted all season long. Mark Dantuma in fourth. Mike Marshall has had a problem. Down and just overshoots the corner, same as we saw Mark Dantuma. Hold on to her. No, he ends up getting into the wall. Not the return Mike Marshall wanted to have here today. Adam Barker's lead continues to increase, now 8.8 seconds. Mike Dolling in second. Matt Bear now back into third. And Mike Dolling trying to close in that 9-second gap, just does not have it. Adam Barker continues to be quite a bit faster on every lap. Mike Marshall is into pit road looking for repairs as the leader comes by. Mike Dolling still holding on to second. Matt Bear trying to find a way back by in third. Adam Barker's lead just continuing to grow. Now Mike Dolling starting to open up a gap on Matt Bear. Ronnie Wimberly now. Oh, Ronnie goes around. A lot of guys asked if Ronnie was crazy being in the Porsche here today. He is the lone Porsche in the field. Mike Dolling in second, Matt Bear in third, Mark Dantuma now in fourth, Mike Marshall in fifth. Coming into this week, Mark Dantuma has moved up to 8th in points. Right behind Mike Dolling, who's currently 7th, and Eric McCready in 6th. But with several drivers out, like Eric McCready, who's already used his drop races, Mark Dantuma may continue this week and next, moving up the points. Matt Bear back in third, was talking before the race that he would be dominating here today. Then he made the utter mistake of talking smack about the broadcaster, and now look what's happened. Mark Dantuma, meanwhile, back in fourth. As he continues to make his way forward, after Mike Marshall had some issues and Ronnie Wimberly got a late start to the race, we could see if anybody else has a mistake here this morning, Dantuma could get his first podium finish in this league. And in his Lambo this week, I might add, this is the first time I do believe Mark has been in the Lambo. Mark has done the Mercedes. No, he did the Lambo at... Mark was in the Lambo at Canada Tire. Meanwhile, as we approach 10 minutes left to go in race number 1, Adam Barker's lead now 10.5 seconds over second place Mike Dolling and Matt Bear in third. Dolling has now pulled a 2.5 second gap on Matt Bear, but is unable to close the gap on Adam Barker. Mark Dantuma back in fourth, Mike Marshall in fifth, Ronnie in sixth. And it was a big surprise to see Ronnie in the Porsche today, simply because this is not a track that benefits the Porsche with all the elevation changes, especially through the turns. It makes for a very tricky car to drive any other day, but especially here today. And this is the first time Ronnie has been in the Porsche all season long, so an interesting choice of first time racing at this season. Meanwhile, Adam Barker out front, and remember, in race 2, the field will invert. So Ronnie Wimberly, as of right now, will start on the pole. Matt Bear back in third, now 3.3 seconds behind Mike Dolling in second. Adam Barker still way out front, continues to extend that lead by sometimes as much as 1 second a lap. Two BMWs in the field today, running first and third. Two Mercedes, one in second, one in fifth. Mark Dantuma in the Lambo back in fourth, and Ronnie Wimberly in the Porsche currently in sixth. And it looks like Mike Marshall is actually in the Mercedes, is actually about to catch up and come around Ronnie Wimberly in sixth place. Mike, of course, had that earlier off-track incident, ended up going nose first into the wall. Glad to see he is back out. Meanwhile, it looks as if Adam Barker has slowed down just a little bit, likely what we often see out of Giancarlo. He is holding back and just taking care of the car. Did hear a lot of drivers talk about the car really wanting to slide, and tire wear here would be atrocious. Last time by, Mike Dolling was actually faster than Adam Barker by 0.2 of... I stand corrected, I misread that. He was actually 0.8 of a second slower. Matt Bear, meanwhile, has started closing the 3-second gap that Mike Dolling has. Did hear that the Mercedes had the most problems with drift and tire wear. It could be that late in the race the BMW comes alive and can run down the Mercedes, as he's already chopped away 0.5 second. Adam Barker, meanwhile, continuing to lead. Adam's lead now 14 seconds over Mike Dolling. This has been one of Adam's most dominant races this season. Mike Dolling in second, came into today 7th in points, should take 6 from McCready. Might even get close to or take 5th from Avery Walker. Matt Bear in third, had started to gain on the leaders, has since lost a bit of ground. Five minutes left to go in the race, and Adam Barker just continues to pull away. Mike Dolling currently runs in second. Matt Bear in third. Mark Dantuma in fourth. Mike Marshall in his return this week in fifth place. Ronnie Wimberly. Oh, Ronnie's had a problem and almost had an issue with one of the leaders. Actually, I believe it was Mike Marshall was gaining on him, but the Porsche just gets loose. And no, that was Adam Barker that went by. So Ronnie almost having an incident with the leader with just under 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes to go. Ronnie has towed to pit road. Hopefully he'll be able to get the car fixed and back out for race number 2. Mike Dolling currently runs second. Matt Bear in third. Dantuma is off track. The second time Mark has been off track this morning after having some really quick laps the last few times by. Same place Ronnie Wimberly just got loose. You have to wonder if the track right there is just getting exceedingly slick and causing problems for driver. Matt Bear has gone off. There comes Matt, gets loose, drifts it, almost saves it. Gets into the tire wall just barely. Gets it back to cross the... Oh! Was trying to get it across the track and get her going again. Okay, I have no earthly idea what Matt's actually doing here. Oh, and almost gets into Mike Marshall. Matt Bear, though, still holds on to third, but now has lost enough ground to not have any chance of closing in, and now Mark Dantuma is starting to reel him in. Adam Barker just 2 minutes away from another win. Will be his second win of this season. He won the second race at Hockenheim at the start of the season, has been on the podium multiple times since then, but has not been back to victory lane. And it looks like he is going to victory lane today. Race number 2, Adam will have to start from the back. Ronnie Wimberly will start up front. It's going to be an interesting battle in that second race. Adam Barker comes around. Mike Marshall back in 5th. Great to see him back and doing well today. Let's see if Barney the Flagman had the white flag in hand as he comes through the final set of turns. Barney is waving the white flag, so it is the final lap for Adam Barker. Adam coming through the final section of track to get his second win of the season, and this may very well be the moment Adam Barker clinches the title. Out of the final turn, and Adam Barker wins the first race in Mid-Ohio. Matt Barrett stopped on the side. He actually pulled across the start-finish line slowly, so he's going to finish in 3rd. Here comes Mike Doling, having a great day as well, going to finish 2nd. Adam Barker wins, Mike Doling 2nd, Matt Bear in 3rd. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3. Let's start with Matt Bear. Hey, Matt, it's Doug. You got me? Hey, Matt, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Hey, man. I know that's not where you expected to finish this morning.
Yeah, what can you do? Adam's Adam at this point. I can't touch those lap times, and tried to go as hard as I could with what I had. And, he's just outclassing me, so nothing you can do about that.
I have to ask, man, that last incident you had when you went off in the grass and hit the wall, your re-entry to the track was extremely interesting. It looked like you were going to try and run the race in reverse through the grass for a moment.
I was considering at that point. I was trying to decide if I had enough time in between me and 4th place to just run in reverse until the end of the race right there, and then I thought, better not do that.
Well, you get to start in front of Adam this time. Are you going to be able to get up there and pull off a win in the second race?
Did you just see what happened in this first race, Doug?
Yes, I did. I just thought there might be some semblance of hope for you there.
If he gets wrecked, yeah. Yeah. If he wrecks or gets wrecked, your boy has a shot. But he still was 20 seconds ahead of me, so even if he goes to pit road and gets his damage fixed, he still might be able to run me down, Doug.
Well, good luck, buddy, and hope you get second.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Mike Dolan comes home in second place. Hey, Mike, it's Doug. You got me?
Oh, hey, Doug. Yeah, good. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I have to ask, did you have, you came by Matt and you started pulling away quickly, but just nothing for Adam. But, man, you still had quite a race. Considering
Yeah.
that you guys were talking about how bad the Merc was here today.
Well, but my strategy was just to try and stay alive, and that kind of worked. But I had nowhere near enough. Didn't have the pace that Adam had. I mean, he's actually done a bunch of laps this week on this track, whereas today is the first time I've turned any laps on this track. So I was never going to be able to keep up with Adam. But I'm just happy that I managed to stay in it and didn't end up in a tyre wall somewhere. So it was good. It was. I just got to try and see if I can do the same in the second race.
I have to ask, man, you came into today 7th in points, but with McCready out and Avery out, I know you'll pass McCready. You might actually end up breaking into the top 5 in points after today.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I missed too many races this season, so it's just unfortunate. But maybe I creep into the top 5. I'm just saving myself for next season. I'm going to give it everything next season.
Well, good luck in the second race, and looking forward to seeing how you do next season.
Cheers, Doug.
All right, and let's see if we can talk to our winner. Adam, Adam, I have to say, man, that was one of the most dominant wins we've ever seen in this league.
Oh, thank you very much. It's yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of practice this week, and unfortunately, two of my main contenders aren't here this week, so it's made it a little bit more chill for me, so I can just run my lines and don't have to push too hard. So I felt like I could save the tires a little bit for the end.
I have to say, I did a little quick math. If you win the second race, you'll actually lock the title today.
I think so, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be. We'll have to see what happens, but quite hard to overtake here. There's two-ish places you can sort of send it, but the other person's gotta be willing to give you a little bit of room. So we'll have to see what happens.
Well, congratulations, your second win of the season, and quite possibly the moment you clinch the championship, and good luck in race 2, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Adam Barker, humble as always, he had an awesome race and really dominated it. Ronnie Wimberly getting some practice in here, just a few seconds left to go, then they go back racing. All right, warm-up is over. We are on to race number 2. And this time it'll be Ronnie Wimberly and Mike Marshall on the front row. Mark Dantuma and Matt Bear of the second row. Mike Dolling and Adam Barker on the third row. Adam looking to go for the sweep here today and win himself his second consecutive title. But it could be a very tough battle for him to get to the front here today. Just waiting for everybody to get gridded. And everybody is rolling. Ronnie Wimberly will lead them down. Here they go. Pace car in. Green flag is in the air. Ronnie sends it down toward turn 1. Mark D'Antuma moved over and slipped to the back right off the bat here. And here comes Matt Bear looking for second on Mike Marshall. Side by side, back out of the turn. The momentum goes to Matt. He comes through. Dowling is going to try and follow him. Adam Barker is right there at the back. Ronnie still in the lead. Matt Bear in second. Matt overshot the corner. Matt overshot it. Here comes Mike Dowling now. Mike Marshall hanging on back in fourth. Adam Barker still back in 5th place. I'm willing to bet Adam is just taking it easy these first couple of laps. He knows he's got the speed to beat them all. Matt Bear has taken the lead for the first time today, but he's got Mike Dowling right on the back bumper, and now Adam Barker up into 4th. Ronnie Wimberly went off track. We knew that car was struggling, and there it just gets a little too slick, especially coming over the hill. Very, very close call with him and Matt Bear. Let's take a look. You know what? Let's see if the chopper was overhead. Very, very close call here for Matt Bear. The end, you see Ronnie snaps around, and Matt just misses him by inches. So Matt Bear continues to lead, but watching closely, Adam Barker. Mike Marshall sits in 3rd at the moment. Matt Bear just set the fastest lap of the race. But Adam Barker has not had any clean air. He won race 1. In a 30-minute race, he won by 20 seconds. He was gaining. Here he goes. Adam Barker goes past Mike Marshall. Mike barely put up a challenge on that. He knew Adam was coming. Now is Mike Dowling up into 2nd place. Adam Barker now in 3rd, running him down. And Matt Bear out front for the first time today, trying to put some distance between him and Adam Barker. Now remember, Matt made the comment, hey, he thought if Adam wrecked, he could, oh! Holy cow, Matt went drifting there. That allowed Mike Dowling and Adam Barker to close up. Matt did say Adam Barker could have a wreck, go to pit road, get the repairs done, come back out, and still catch him as fast as he was today. So it's going to be an interesting battle as Adam tries to make his way back toward the front. Adam Barker just set the fastest lap of the race, and it was 0.8 of a second faster than everybody else again. Now he has his sights set on Mike Dowling. Dowling being one of the best defensive drivers out there. This could become a very interesting battle here in a moment. This is exactly what Matt Bear needs. He needs Mike Dowling to be sitting between him and Adam Barker. With the speed Adam has today, though, how long can Dowling hold him off? Adam did say there's only a couple places on track that were good passing opportunities. And interesting, though, you heard Doling mention the fact that, hey, you know, he took it a little bit easy, tried to save the car, and tires were not as big of a problem as he expected. Matt Bear out front now as Doling has caught him. Adam has caught him. It is going to be a 3-car battle for the lead. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at Matt Bear through here because I do believe Matt Bear took out a bunch of cones. We'll watch Matt here as he comes through the first turn. I don't remember exactly where it was. So we'll watch Matt closely. But I do believe Matt sent a bunch of cones flying that both Mike Doling and Adam Barker had to drive through. And it's right there. There you go. Matt Bear takes out every cone. Hey, Zach. Yep, it's been a thing we've been working on for about a week now, buddy. Matt Bear still holds the lead. Mike Doling still holding Adam off, but Matt Bear unable to pull away. Mike Doling still holding Adam off for the moment. Adam does have the fastest lap of the race by 7/10 of a second over Mike Doling, 8/10 of a second over Matt Bear. Still nose to tail all the way around. Matt Bear continuing to lead. Mark Dantuma has made his way up to 4th. He has gotten past Mike Marshall just a few moments ago. Let's see that pass. Marshall just goes off track. Dantuma slips by. Remember, Dantuma has moved up a lot in points the last few weeks. Adam Barker looks like he is trying to set something up here off the turn. Will Matt take out the cones again? No, Mike Dolling gets them. The top three still nose to tail. As they run right now, I do believe Adam Barker would secure his second consecutive championship. However, he definitely wants that win. And wow, Dolling gets really close to Matt Bear there. Adam is looking. 10 minutes into this thing, everybody ramps the aggression up to 11. Ronnie Wimberly has crashed. And again, I believe it's, we've seen a couple of people go off through that section today. The Porsche is definitely struggling with rear grip today, as Matt and Mike both take a few cones this time. Dolling is looking for a way around Matt Bear here. Adam Barker is just looking for the open door to come flying through. Matt Bear continues to lead, but it is nose to tail, inches apart. Oh! Dolling has a problem going into the turn. Four-wheel drifts the car, loses all of his momentum, and this could be Adam Barker's opportunity. Adam not able to capitalize on it at that moment. But they lost a bit of ground on Matt Bear. This is definitely Matt Bear's chance. Dolling is pulling up. No, he did not. It looked like Mike Dolling was going to pull over and let Adam get by there going into the turn. He was just setting up to get a better apex. Matt misses 3 of the cones, but gets a couple of them. Here comes Adam Barker for second. No! Mike Dolling starting to reel back into Matt Bear. He'd fallen about a half second back, but has since caught back up. And Adam Barker is there. Dolling is trying to send it to the outside. Matt continues to lead, has led every lap but the first one here today. Managed to get past Ronnie Wimberly after Ronnie had an incident on the second lap. Matt Bear slips by, has led every lap, but Adam Barker won race number 1 by over 20 seconds. He has the fastest lap on the racetrack. Oh, here we go! Dolling has the nose on the outside. Matt Bear shuts the door. They are nose to tail. Oh, ho, ho! I think Dolling might have gotten Bear's bumper on that one. Watching this battle closely as the top 3 go at it. Mark Dantuma back in 4th, now has Mike Marshall caught back up to him. Ronnie Wimberly back in 6th. Barker just makes a bold dive move down to the inside for second and gets it done. Let's take another look overhead at that pass. That was an impressive move by Adam Barker as Mike has been defending that position. He just outbrakes him into the corner. They may have touched there in the middle of the turn as Doling tried to get a better run off, but it was Adam Barker comes out ahead and now sets his sights. Doling has gotten back past Adam. Let's take a look at that pass. And it looks like Doling just does the same thing, just outbrakes him into the turn. And somehow makes it stick. So putting Adam Barker back into third place, Doling in second, and gave Matt Bear a 1 second lead here. This is exactly what Matt wants to happen behind him. Matt Bear continues to lead just past the halfway point. It has been quite a battle for second place. Mark Dantuma back in fourth, now has to deal with Mike Marshall in fifth. Matt Bear had a 1 second lead as those two battled, but now Doling has reeled him back in. And of course, Adam Barker right on Doling's back bumper. Holy cow! Looks like Doling still continuing to drift just a little bit on corner entry. Managing to make it stick, and it looked like Adam might have the momentum on corner entry. Just can't get the run he needs again. Through the tight, twisty section of the track, not a lot of passing opportunities. If Matt Bear can hold on to it, holy cow, Matt a little loose coming over the top of the hill. We saw in race one him drift through there. And it looks like Ronnie Wimberly is officially out of the race after that earlier incident. Just over 10 minutes left to go. This is far from over. Meanwhile, Mark Dantuma and Mike Marshall continue to battle it out. Mark Dantuma and Mike Doling both going to move up a couple of spots before today is over in the points. Oh, looks like Marshall might be looking for a pass here. Dantuma moves over, lets Mike by. Matt Bear continuing to lead, continuing to just barely hold the other drivers off. Mike Dowling all over Mad Bear's back bumper. Adam all over his. Matt Bear did say it would take a miracle for him to beat Adam Barker in this second race. That miracle may be Mike Dowling. Adam Barker just needs these two to get side by side, battle it out, and give him some kind of an opening. They're making sure to take the cones out on every lap through there. Oh! Dowling gets into Matt Bear's back bumper. Bear is off, and here comes Adam Barker. They're 3 wide. Bear pulls back ahead. Now they're side by side. And they settle back down, but what a moment. That was quite a moment there. Adam Barker going 3 wide was a gutsy move. All 3 of them never let up, never gave an inch, and wow, what a battle. Watching from overhead, looking back, there is the gap coming down the straightaway. Adam Barker has had the speed all day long, but has been unable to make the pass. Dowling sends it deep into the turn, trying to get there. Matt Bear holds him off. No cones were harmed on this lap. Now Marshall's looking on Matt Bear. He backs out earlier this time. And Adam Barker runs right up to his bumper. Adam just waiting for another opportunity like a moment ago. Mike Dowling has the advantage off the turns due to the Mercedes power, but through, oh, here we go. Adam Barker shoots the inside to second. Looked like Dowling just got too deep into the turn, and now Matt Bear has to worry. Just looked like Mike Dowling got a little too deep into that turn. And Adam Barker able to just roll underneath and fly on by. Matt Bear's miracle may have just disappeared, as Adam Barker is right there. Dowling is not done yet. Oh, Dowling clipped a little too much of the curbing there. Almost loses it. Manages to hold on, but Adam Barker is all over Matt Bear's back bumper. These 3 have been nose to tail and often side by side throughout this race. Matt Bear knows if Adam Barker gets around him, he is gone. He was over a second a lap faster during race number 1, and when he's had clean air in this race, he has been the fastest out there. No cones were got this time either. Adam Barker just all over Matt's back bumper as they come over the hill down into the right-hander. Matt Bear cannot afford to make a single mistake here. Adam holds on. Oh, Matt, a little bobble going down the hill. Adam closes right back up. Mike Dolling still there in their tire tracks. One mistake. Oh, Adam had the run. Matt Bear shut the door. White flag is in the air for Matt Bear. Can he hold off Adam Barker one more time? Does Mike Dolling have anything here? Can he do anything on the final lap? Adam looking out to the outside, trying to set up anything he can to get the second win of the morning. But Matt Bear trying to... Oh, here we go. Adam breaks late, but Matt holds him off. And Dolling looks down to the inside. Now Dolling looking inside on Adam. Can't get there. Adam shoots back down to the inside. Can't quite get there. Matt holding him off for the moment. Down into the final section of track. Matt Bear might actually pull it off here. Here he comes through the final corners. And what an upset. Matt Bear pulls off the win in the second race at Mid-Ohio. Adam Barker comes home in second. Mike Dolling finishes in third. And what an amazing, amazing race that was. Let's talk to our top three. Hey, Mike, it's Doug. You got me?
Doug.
Hey, did you realize you guys were 3 wide there for a few minutes?
Oh yeah, it was wicked.
That was an epic race.
That was a good race. I enjoyed that. That was close racing. It was brilliant.
You guys had quite a bit of excitement throughout the second half, especially of that race, just going at it nose to tail, side by side.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was a lot of fun. Really close, you know. But we touched quite a lot as well. So there was definitely some incident points there. No, it was good fun. Really good fun.
It definitely was. You guys put on one heck of a show, and man, I thought there on that last 2 laps, you might have had something for Adam, maybe even Matt.
Me too. I desperately wanted past Matt, and then when I saw Adam sneak past me, I was like, I don't know if I can get past him again. I held him off before and then got in front of him again, sneaked in front of him after he overtook me, but I didn't have enough time to get past him at that point. Brilliant race. Loved that.
It was good fun. Congratulations, man. A great finish.
Cheers. Thanks, Doug.
All right. Adam Barker comes home in second. Hey, Adam, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good. You guys put on quite a show during that race.
Yeah, man. It's insane. It's just so hard to get past. Yeah, Mike Dolling is just like the Canadian Minister of Defence there. There's no way past. And when you get past, the Merc's just so quick in a straight line.
That was the only place he would beat you is when you guys had even a short straightaway there in that that last section of the track. That really short straightaway, he'd accelerate away from you there. It was really impressive, but man, you just rolled the turn so much better.
Yeah, and hoping he'd make a mistake. Finally did in somewhere where I could gain a couple of tenths before a big straight, so he couldn't come straight back at me. And just couldn't get close enough. I didn't have enough time really to set up properly on Matt. So I was trying to force something on the last lap. But
well, if I have done my math correctly, you just won your second consecutive championship.
Well, I hope your math is correct then.
Man,
Right, glad to see you.
congratulations. That was an awesome race. You've had an awesome season, and now next week you go into the final race of the season with the championship already locked up.
Yeah, man, feels good.
Congrats, buddy. Great day.
Thank you.
Matt, you said you needed a miracle. I think your miracle's name was Mike Dolling in that race.
Bro.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know how, but you know, like Donald Trump said, build that wall, and that's what I did right there. And you can't pass a brick wall. You can run through it, and they tried to, but can't go through it.
There was a few times early in the race where it looked like you were starting to put a gap on them, even without them battling, but then you come over that one particular hill, and the car just sliding out from under. You had a few very good saves.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, the setup isn't great. It was just baseline setup, so I mean, it didn't really have a whole bunch of flexibility with it. I'd be very precise right there, and sometimes it works. Sometimes I overdrove it trying to get away from them, but luckily, I don't know how. I don't know why, but it don't matter.
Well, you had a consistent this season. All your wins have been in the second race, so obviously the second races are your best.
I won that the one where I passed everybody on the inside. I passed everybody in turn 1 and won the first race there.
I think that was last season. At
don't-
yeah, that
It
was
don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's
Well,
but yeah, nah. Thank you, man.
Congrats, buddy. That was an epic win, and you did make a great wall out there.
Appreciate it.
So the Great Wall of Bear wins here today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be working on the issues this afternoon, so we hope we see you back tonight for BRR at 7:30 Eastern and some big announcements coming. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.